The Nigerian Customs Service has intensified efforts to educate stakeholders on the implementation of the federal government's green tax surcharge on imported vehicles with a sensitization program held in Kano State in northwest Nigeria as part of nationwide awareness campaign. The exercise brought together zonal coordinators, terminal operators, licensed custom agents, excise traders, aviation handling companies, and custom officers from zones B and D to explain the objectives and implementation of the 2026 fiscal policy measures. Correspondent Salihu Ali reports.
Nigeria's green tax surcharge is a new environmental policy introduced by the federal government. Implemented by the Nigerian Customs Service, the surcharge targets high-emission vehicles to promote sustainability with rates determined by engine capacity. Addressing stakeholders at a sensitization engagement in Kano, the Zone B Zonal Coordinator, Assistant Comptroller General Nigerian Customs Service, Nsikan Umo, represented by the Kaduna Area Comptroller Saad Hassan, said the green tax is a strategic initiative to support Nigeria's commitment to reducing carbon emissions and achieving net zero emissions by 2050.
The 2026 fiscal policy measures have introduced the green tax not as a punishment, not as a penalty, but as a pivot towards sustainable trade, a pivot toward responsible consumption.
Highlighting significance of the initiative, the Comptroller of Customs in charge of tariff, Murtala Muazu, explained that the green tax surcharge applies only to imported vehicles with engine capacities of 2,000 cubic centimeters and above.
So we have two categories of surcharge taxes, which is 2% and 4%. 2% for the categories of engine that are between 2,000 cc to 3,999, and then 4% for engine capacity that is 4,000 cc and above. There are categories of vehicles that are being exempted. If you have a vehicle that is 1,999 cc and below, all these vehicles are exempted.
To cushion the impact of the policy, Muazu announced that the federal government has reduced import levies on vehicles. He said levies on new imported vehicles have been reduced from 20% to 10%, while those on used vehicles have been cut from 15% to 5%, noting that the reduction is expected to offset the effects of the green tax on importers. Representing the Zone D Zonal Coordinator, the Borno Yobe Area Comptroller, A.A. Idris, urged stakeholders to make effective use of the sensitization program and support the successful implementation of the new fiscal measures. Some stakeholders at the interactive session commended the Nigerian Customs Service for the engagement and pledged their continued collaboration to ensure smooth implementation of the policy. Reporting from Kano, Salihu Ali, Voice of Nigeria.
Thank you, Salihu Ali. You're listening to Von Scope on Voice of Nigeria. Next now is Shiktra Shalangwa with Economic News.
Welcome to Economic News. The Nigerian government has reiterated its commitment